Hello, I'm Denise DAFFA and I'm an artist. I live in Sydney, Australia. This week is a shorter video and it's just really filling you in. Oh, now there's a plane going over. This video you will see I go to Queensland and visit my daughter, and I share with you some of the magical things she's making and a little visit to the affordable art fair and other little bits and pieces. I just thought I would take you along for the journey because I hadn't had time to put together things to make an art video, but this is all part of the Art Plus life. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you so much for joining me. This is from Howard Smith Wharves, where Alex actually works for these businesses and does graphic design for several of them. So we often go there and we have dinner or drinks. And so this is Alex and her partner Mungo, my daughter Alex, and the beautiful city behind, which is always so exciting to go to. And so we went together, Alex and I, to the Affordable Art Fair in Brisbane. And I have my work there with Stephen Street Gallery. So it was very exciting. It was why I made the trip up to Brisbane, to be there and be able to go and kind of work in the stall for at least, much of a day. So I was there on the Friday. And Alex took a few pictures as we walked around. I was so blown away by it all, I forgot to take video and sort of show you walking through. I think I didn't really have the confidence to do that. I wanted to just sort of be there, be present, and take it all in. There was so much to take in, and Alex favours the beautiful bright colours. She had a jacket on the same colour as that blue, so she drew attention. This is a flick through the catalogue with all the artists that are with Stephen Street Gallery. It was a really beautiful display they had, one of the best in the show, people were saying. So that was really nice to hear. And so this is a flick through now of all of my pieces that sold. I was really happy to sell 8. 6 of them were pretty small, so still a modest kind of income when you look at it from that perspective, but really exciting that I was able to sell some work, pay for my trip, and kind of keep moving forward. It was a big outlay and a bit of a hesitancy because of the climate of things, but I'm really glad that I went, and it was especially lovely to be able to visit the show, see all the different artwork, different artists, and then spend the weekend with Alex. And so I wanted to show you the most beautiful things that Alex makes. This is my girl Alex, our youngest daughter. And she's taken up pottery in the last many years. We did pottery together on a few workshops as a family, Alex, Philip and I. And so she got the love of it when she was quite young, but now she's really running with it. And she's started her own business that she calls Studio DAFFA. So we were just having some fun. We've got a dream to do a project together. And so I've been wanting to keep it sort of secret and see if I can share it all at once. But I thought, no, it's sort of lovely to bring my viewers along on the ride with some of the things that spark me, joy in me. And I think you'll start seeing some of these pieces appear in some of my paintings, which is what I've been really wanting to do. Because you know how I love Matisse. But, he was painting things that were in his life. And so I thought it would just be really happy making for me to paint things from my life and paint some of my own daughter's pottery. And they were just having some fun playing around, kind of posing for me, which was really gorgeous. And so then I wanted to just show you Alex's in some rooms in her home. So this is the lounge, actually just focusing on the lounge because it's so much. She and her dad did that table together as a project. And this shelf of Alex's, oh my goodness, it is just a plethora of colour that she's collected, all these gorgeous books. And that's one of her clocks, which is a popular one, the spaghetti. That's a tray of incense holders that she's made. She made that banana, that's an incense holder there for cones. And so, yeah, I was just really smitten by this shelf, and it reminded me of some of the paintings that Matisse has that sort of furniture in. So I'd love to be able to paint this shelf sometime. I'm going to give it a go, but I've done a little sketch of it to warm up to, but it's just so enjoyable to go around and look at all these goodies. Alex makes those clocks on commission, so she's made several now. People love the food clocks, and these are her little dishes and bits and pieces. And she made that plinth, covered it with broken tile. She's always busy making something. That is a lamp there, that orange one, a tissue box cover like cheese, one of her vases, and that match holder on the bottom, she's put a match striker so you can pick it up and light your match. And this is reminding me of such the 70s. My sister, her home reminds me of how Alex does her things, really groovy, and the big stereo in the lounge because music's really important. Yeah, it's really a joy to walk into this place. Even this little, one of her quirky vases. And then over in the kitchen, she's got the chairs that she collected. She tiled that table herself. She made the fruit bowl. Oh, it just makes me so happy seeing all the things she's made. It's incredible. And that's the shelf above, a piece of art that she loves, which is inspiring us. And her rack of plates that she uses in everyday life, which is just beautiful. So I did some little sketches when I was there last time, just to inspire our project that we'd like to do, some paintings, kind of, what do you call it? Collaboration with her designs, and I can do the painting. So we'll see where that eventuates, but it's really exciting. Every time we get together, we chat about it. And I've had these art shows to get ready for. So many of these are clocks that she's done. I just did rough drawings, and that's her bookshelf. And I sketched that the last time I stayed, the morning before I was going to be picked up. And she'd gone to work, and it was so lovely spending a little time sketching her shelf. And so this time she and I had some snacks on her little shell plates, and that's roughly drawing her fruit bowl and the little vase with the little dripping plant coming off of it. And so, oh yes, downstairs in her place she's got the studio set up for her to make her clay work. So that's another one of her plate clocks, a cheese platter clock, and she's got a little painting that I did, which is cute seeing that hanging. And there's some of her things that she's made stacked up there ready. Yeah. Oh, and some broken clocks. And that's a spoon rest, that wiggly squiggly one in the middle, to put by your stove. Now, I had the intention of making a bowl because I broke one of our bowls, and I wanted to make a bowl that Philip could have his breakfast. But I totally ran out of patience. Alex is making a starfish. I ran out of patience, and yeah, that's as far up the sides I got of a bowl. And then I thought, oh, let me make a water trough thing. Like, she's got a ceramic water trough. I thought, how cool would that look if I had a water trough like hers over there in my studio? But I just ran out of patience. I could not be bothered building the walls of my plate any higher than this. So I've made this wonky, funny tray. And so we'll see where that goes. And then Mother's Day, Alex surprised me to take me out for breakfast. We all went together to a wonderful cafe in Paddington, which is one of the very funky suburbs in Brisbane, where they've got gorgeous homes, timber homes, old ones that look fabulous. And we had this yummy, yummy food, Middle Eastern food. It was gorgeous. They were vegetarian falafels, hummus, and sourdough bread.
Yeah.
It's me with
I'm getting a video of you
my
eating,
crazy
Mom.
humid hair and having
For your YouTube.
breakfast or brunch. And then we went to this amazing antique place, and it had this cabinet, and all these were locked up, and I just had to video them, like my little Dee Dee, my little one that I draw, my little inner child, just loved this so much. I wanted to buy that little set on the left there with the blue teapot. I wanted to buy that so much. It was $81, and I'm not questioning that it's not worth that. I just thought, I just can't do that at the moment. I can't justify that at the moment, but I thought, let me take a video and then I'll share it with you, so I feel I brought it home in this way, which was just absolute delightful. And then the morning after Alex dropped me off, I went to this cafe. She told me about it. I've seen these online. It was so gorgeous to be able to walk in here, and thought, I'm going to have a chai and I'm going to do a little sketch. It was a soft way to, I really feel so sad when it's time to say goodbye to Alex and Kayla, my other daughter. Whenever I have to say goodbye to them, I really have to take really good care of myself to not dive into a bit of a low, because I just miss them terribly. And so this was a lovely transition for me. Alex had dropped me off. I was waiting to pick up my rental car, and I walked into this place and loved it to bits. And it's just almost like made for cafe sketching, isn't it? It's just made for it. So I couldn't get a picture of myself sitting in there. There was not one person in here. I realised later, out the back is a hole in the wall with the cafe leaning out into a alleyway. And that's where the Sunshine was. So everybody who's local goes out the back to the Sunshine alley and has their coffee or morning breakfast there. But this was just so fun. Excuse the orientation of this one, but I did this one for Instagram, I think, for a story. And I think because I didn't have a tripod or anything like that, it just seemed too tricky to try and video myself sketching in there, but I wanted to give you the feeling of what it was like. It was just so fun. And I did this tiny wee sketch of that cafe. Yeah, that was really fun. And then I stepped out, and only a few doors down from the cafe, this is in Brisbane in New Farm, here is a shop of stationery, and it has a display of Alex's ceramics. She's had, I think, 2 displays already, and she's getting ready to put a third one in, and they stop people in their tracks. So after I left Alex, I went up to the Sunshine Coast, which was my home for 30 years plus. And this is Mooloolaba Beach. So I made sure to go down here and have walks a couple of mornings while I was there. And it was so glorious. The weather was stunning. So I was very blessed, and I just soaked it in like a sponge and really, really loved it. It was incredible. I went to my favourite cafe called Silver Spoon on my own, and had some tea and cake. So here's my table, I'm waiting for it, and I thought I'll do a little sketch. They always do a beautiful presentation, flowers and cream on the cake. I mean, wow. Usually they're roses, so this was different. So there's my cake and my tea things. I put a little note in my sketchbook. It just helps you be even more there than, Oh, this is where I stayed with lovely friends of ours in the suburb we used to live. And they have made their front yard really like a little Tuscany. It's such a delight. It's so gorgeous. And everything's just growing beautifully. It's sort of subtropical climate on the Sunshine Coast. And so it has a lot of warm weather, a lot of sunshine, and often a lot of rain. And so gardens are doing so well. So that's the pergola sort of thing. You can sit under there in the summer. So I brought a cup of tea and my sketchbook, and that was my view, looking over there to the little chairs and table. And I thought, let me try and do a little quick sketch in my little book to take home. And so that's how that turned out. Yeah, it was really heartwarming. Loved it. And next, this is a picture of the plants that our friends are looking after for us. This one here, it was a quarter the size and now it's grown. I wanted to say thank you very much for all of the new followers and our subscribers. Thanks so much. Thanks to all of you and the hours that have been clocked. I have just this week become a YouTube partner, which means that I will start to slowly receive income for the amount of views I make. My videos make. I don't think it's anything to get excited about yet, because I think it's 0.1 to 0.3 cents per something, I don't know, but it is exciting to see that the channel is growing and it's reaching more of you, and I really appreciate you tuning in. And thank you for your comments, thank you for subscribing, and if you like the video, do click the like button, because apparently that can help the video spread out to more people. And so that's how the little numbers, the metrics, the algorithm, that's how they seem to work. So thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, welcome to this week's video. I'm Denise DAFFA, and I think it's going to annoy me to hold this microphone, but I'm still learning how to use it. So this week I'm going to share with you a little bit of my trip up to Queensland. So you'll see snippets of the affordable art